the Nintendo Switch 2. It is real, and it has been in my hands for about a month. And I actually just almost dropped it. I haven't really known what type of video to make for the Nintendo Switch 2. I wanted to make a video where I kind of did my first impressions, you know? I thought about like, man, you know what, I want to talk about, you know, what it feels to have this thing in my hands and how my experience has been. But every time I've tried to make that type of video, for some weird reason, I felt like that I've had to, I don't know, like defend the Nintendo Switch 2, which is not really how I want to go about making a video. The internet recently has been so weird. To me, it's just, the internet has just felt weird, you know? And every time I look on the internet, kind of all I see is like negativity and things like that. And I'm kind of a person who gravitates towards positivity and things like that. So I haven't been on the internet very much for like, I don't know, like a year and a half. Like, I don't really use the internet very much. I don't use social media. Anyway, this is not what this video is about. This video is about the Nintendo Switch 2. And the kind of reception I've got with this is why I'm prefacing this with talking about the internet is because I haven't had real life people to talk to about the Switch 2. I actually don't know anybody in my real life, like say my family, my friends at work, like, you know, the real life people. No one has gotten a Switch 2 but me in my immediate life at the moment. So I haven't really been able to like share what I feel about the Nintendo Switch 2 with real people and kind of get a whole vibe of how it feels to have this thing for a month. The only feedback mentally that I've gotten would be seeing stuff like, you know, online, and all I've really seen is just, you know, and the internet is just interesting right now, like I said, and I feel like it's hard to gauge if I'm getting real takes from people, which is just funny how the internet is these days. And yeah, so I wanted to talk about this thing. So just basically, I really like it. I like how it feels in my hands. It has like a certain type of, what is it, like a matte finish, you know? And one of the biggest things about this thing that I love is, just with my ADHD brain, I will just click these Joy-Cons on and off of this thing. And it is just unbelievably satisfying. And I know I have to stop doing that because I'm probably going to start, you know, like loosening. Like, these are magnets. I know they're probably gonna last, but I probably gotta stop fidgeting with it. You know, this is not a fidget toy. I'm supposed to play games on this. You know, like, this is supposed to be turned on, and I'm supposed to press these buttons, not just click this dang freaking controller system off of this screen. Oh yeah, that's a good segue into the screen as well. But yeah, all the button presses feel really good. I like it. The joysticks, I think they feel really nice. They're a little bit more firm than the Switch 1 was. They feel good. And okay, to the screen. The screen looks fine to me. I like it. One of the things that's kind of about me is like, well, not about me. Everyone does this who has a Switch. I lay in bed, bro. I lay in bed before I go to sleep, and I'll play a little bit of like turn-based RPGs. You know, I've been playing Dragon Quest 3, which I beat, and I've been playing Persona 5. And you know what? I'll play a couple turn-based RPG battles until I fall asleep. And one of the things that I noticed with the screen is that it's like bigger. The screen is really big, and I'm surprised at how big the screen feels. Because sometimes, like, when I'm laying down, I'll kind of scrunch up and the screen gets really close to my face. And sometimes I can't see everything on the screen because the screen is so giant. I have to, like, actually pull the system away from my face. And with the Switch 1, I never really had to do that much because the screen was tinier. And this is not, like, a nitpick. I'm just saying it's just interesting. It's good to have a bigger screen. I like it. But sometimes I feel like my eyes can't see everything on the screen if I have it too close to my face. And I think for some reason, sometimes what's more comfortable for me is having the screen super close to my face. Because I don't know if I really talk about this very much, but I wear contacts. I don't have any. I don't have a pair of glasses, and I need them. I have bad vision. Okay, that's all we need to know is that my eyeballs see nothing. If I don't have contacts in, everything is just pixels, like pixelated, like everything's blurry. That's the word I'm looking for, blurry. And but anyway, I do, when I look at this screen compared to my Switch 1 screen or my girlfriend's Switch OLED screen, the Switch OLED screen is immaculate. It's gorgeous. The colors freaking pop and they're incredible. But I don't feel like it's something that I necessarily need to have. If they do make an OLED version someday, it will be nice. It will really be nice, because I never really knew how good an OLED screen looked until I got the Switch OLED, the Tears of the Kingdom Switch OLED that we got from my girlfriend. And man, does that thing look amazing. And this doesn't have that, which isn't, again, not a big deal for me, but I could see that some people think it looks a little washed out. And maybe there is and I've had it for a month, so I should kind of know how I feel, and maybe it is a little washed out, if I have to be honest. And I'm not really sure, and I don't know if it's something that bothers me that much. Long and short of it, really. But yeah, so holding this thing in my hands, it never feels heavy. I don't feel like I'm cramping, isn't a problem that I have. I don't feel like I need to buy like an external grip thing for it so far, because how long do I actually hold this thing? This is this might be kind of a bigger question here, is how long can I even hold this thing, because of the one of the biggest problems, and I'll get to a bigger problem later, but one of the bigger problems is just like it doesn't have any battery life, which doesn't really affect me, because the Nintendo Switch 2, this thing is like, how much did I pay for this? $550, $600, whatever I paid for this thing, right? I'm not taking this outside, okay? I'm not putting this out in the elements. I'm not letting this get rained on. I'm not gonna like drop this on the freaking sidewalk. I have to take care of this thing. I do take my Switch 1 with me. I take it to work and I play it at work, which I'm not allowed to do, but I do it anyway because, you know what? I want to play some video games. But my Switch 1 I do take out. And that's why cross-save is, or not cross-save. Oh, yeah, cross-save, yeah. Cross-save from the Switch 1 to the Switch 2 is a cloud save. That's what I meant to say, not cross-save. Cloud. The cloud. I put my data in the cloud, and then I can play the same video games on it. But yeah, the batteries, it dies quick. So there is like a trick to make your batteries not freaking want to die so fast, because apparently you have to retrain the battery, because these things have been sitting in a warehouse forever. And I retrained my battery twice. You know what you do is you just let the battery run all the way out, and let it die on its own while you're playing a game, and then you charge it back up, and then and you dump it again, battery wise, and you try it like 2 or 3 times. And I don't think I had battery problems. I think it just has not a lot of battery. Because all I can say is I haven't timed it, but the battery dies very quickly. And with me, I always have some way to charge it again. So I guess I haven't tested it too much, but yeah, I do look at that battery up at the top of the screen, and I'm like, dude, you're at 5% already? Dude, haven't I been playing this for like 20 minutes? Excuse me? And it is what it is. I understand that the system is so much stronger, and we will get to that here in a second. I'm really doing a deep dive on this thing. I guess I did have a lot to say about it. I guess, yeah, we can go to that then. Just games look amazing. I have been playing Mario Kart World on this thing, the launch title, the Nintendo launch title. And that's the only game that I have for my Switch 2 exclusively, is actually only Mario Kart World. And I have understood that the game has been very people think very wildly different things about this game. People really seem to, and this is why I'm talking about the internet nowadays, it either seems to just go, I hate it or I love it. Like, I hate it all the way, or I love it more than life itself, you know? That's kind of how the internet goes these days, I feel like. But anyway, you gotta get those clicks, you know? But I think Mario Kart World's a great game. My experience with it is me and my girlfriend. I put it in docked mode, and in docked mode, this system looks insane. Now, I don't know what the heck HDR is. I guess these are upscaled with frickin', what, DLSS or something? I don't know. The games look amazing is all you need to know. And I'm amazed at how crazy Mario Kart World looks. And I'm sure that we're going to have many other games that just look insane on this thing. Like I said, I haven't seen Street Fighter or Cyberpunk. I might get Cyberpunk. I don't know if it's my kind of game, but I might just get it just to see and feel what it's like to have like this system like being pushed to its limits. Might be a fun experience, because I've been playing Death Stranding 5 on my PS5, and that's like the most beautiful game I've ever seen in my life. Like, my jaw's on the floor. But the Switch 2 really looks, what do you say, next to gen, you know what I mean? Like, the Switch 2, it just looks, it really looks like, it fits, and this is, people are probably gonna be like, ew, no, it doesn't. I think it fits great alongside my PS5 graphically. Like, I'm not saying it's as strong as that. I also have a supercomputer PC, okay? And my supercomputer PC can play video games uncomfortably graphically good with so many frames that I feel like my eyes are gonna fall out of my head. Actually, no, I have a smoother experience, but it just looks amazing. And we load up Mario Kart, and we just kind of hop in there. We like going in the open world together, you know, taking pictures, wandering around. I don't know, like, me and my girlfriend have a lot of fun with that. And we'll look around for the coins, and sometimes she'll just look for the P block challenges. And yeah, we'll rotate. We'll play Knockout Tour, which is a new mode in this where you have to, it's like a battle royale kind of in a weird way. Like, you knock people out as you race. Like, if you're in 20th place and it says only the 15th place moves on, you know, then you get knocked out, right? Knockout Tour. But we'll rotate between Knockout Tour and the normal races. And I think that a lot of people are really mad about the game design choices, about how you have to like drive to the track. So before you get to the main Mario Kart course track, you have to like do a little road trip to get there. And I really like it because there is it's not an infinite amount of options, but there are so many options. I haven't seen all of the routes yet. There are so many routes I haven't seen yet, and we've played it a good amount of hours now. And I just think that's really interesting. I really like that. There's something interesting about it. I guess it does take away the whole like Mario Kart vibe, because then you only do one lap on like the main Mario Kart track, which I guess is a little goofy sometimes, but I don't know. It's nothing that's bothered me. It's nothing I've really noticed. I'm just having fun playing the game, and Mario Kart is just a game to just, I'm not competitive with it. I just like really just sit down, enjoy it, turn my brain off, and it just feels really nice sitting next to my girlfriend. You know, we'll have a few drinks, make some dinner, like just chill and have a good time. And then I feel like that's what Nintendo's all about, and what this game is doing. And it's what I want out of Nintendo, is to just be able to sit, be comfy and happy in this crazy world, and just really just have fun, you know, and that's what I get out of this, you know. And I have gotten the experience of playing it with my buddy Crispy, one of my best buddies, who I live stream with, and he loves the game too. We've had so much fun playing together. I feel like not a lot of people can join in because they don't have Switch 2s, like community wise, but it happens, you know, and I'm sure it's going to get better as time goes by and more people can afford this thing. And that's been part of my experience, is that I feel like a lot of my audience, and this is probably a me problem, but a lot of my audience does not have a Switch 2. So, I haven't really gotten to play with like my specific regulars and my audience But hopefully over the Switch is what? That thing's 100 years old. So that has all the games, Like, there are more games coming for this thing. So, and I'm not making this video to convince you to buy one of these things. Like I said, I'm not defending this thing because, like, that's what I felt like I've had to do. But today I felt like I was in the right spot to talk about it. And I don't know. I really think that as more games come out, just wait till you see a game you like. You know what I mean? Save your money. Just have a little bit saved. And then you can strike while the iron is hot when you see a game that you really like, Just wait till you see a game you like. And then everything will cascade after that. So I think the real highlight... So I'm going to tell my real highlight and the biggest downside here at the end. The real highlight has been this dang backwards compatibility. And I know a lot of people are like, well, I want new games. I don't care about playing my old games. But it has been an experience playing these old Switch games, and they run, like, incredible. Like, so I was playing Dragon Quest III HD 2D Remake, and when I pop it into my Switch 2, the loading times were not even cut in half. Like, they just, like, it was probably cut in half, but it felt like they just went bam. Some games look better, some don't. Like, I've been playing Persona 5 on it, and I think the loading times on Persona 5 are exactly the same, and I feel like the game still looks a little blurry. But, like, again, the backwards compatibility just depends on what the developers did and what kind of ceiling it can push on those games. So some games just aren't built to be able to squeeze out a little bit more. And that is what it is. It's not a big deal. But the real highlights are things like, oh my gosh, Pokemon Scarlet and Violet. I have been having so much fun playing that game. And for me, I've always really loved that game because I'm a freaking Pokemon shill. Like, I just like Pokemon in general. Like, even if the game is freaking like freaking garbage looking, I just want to play Pokemon. I just want to see those goofy little Pokemon, hang out with my little Pokemon friends, throw Pokeballs at their face, make them fight each other. Like, I just like it. But Pokemon Scarlet and Violet now runs crazy awesome. It looks great, and I've been having a blast playing it. And then there is Tears of the Kingdom, Zelda Tears of the Kingdom, and Zelda Breath of the Wild, and all I can say is they are breathtaking. They are breathtaking. It's unbelievable how cool it is, and there's a lot of games, like, I can't wait to play the enhanced Kirby and the Forgotten Land with the DLC on the end of it, and I've just been, the thing is, I've been going through I have way too many Switch games. I have a whole closet full of these games. I have way too many. I don't even want to tell you how many I have because it is too much, and I've just been taking random games, putting them in, just seeing the load times, like like Animal Crossing. Now that they patched Animal Crossing, it loads so much faster, and it really, really helps the experience because, with Animal Crossing, like, that load time at the start of the game, it took like freaking, I'm telling you, it took like 20 minutes, man. I'm exaggerating. I don't remember how long, but it took forever, Like, I wanted to put in Metroid Dread, and I've just had all these different, like, turn-based RPGs that I liked. I wanted to put them in, see how fast the loading times were and all that. And it's just been nice, and the games just feel like they run just buttery smooth on it, and it's been really nice. And that has been one of the biggest positives that I've had with this experience, is just the backwards compatibility, and I really like it, and it has felt nice. And again, like I said, I'm not selling this thing to you, but I could see that not being a reason to even get this thing. But for me, it has worked. It has been very nice, and I've really liked it. But not everything has been sunshine and rainbows. Not everything has been a nice ice cream on a hot day. So there is a huge problem for me, and as I've kind of alluded to it, this man right now, Keegan Chu, has said that he has a whole closet full of physical video games. Yeah. And so you might have guessed that where this is going, but Nintendo has implemented something called game keycards, and the game keycards are not real physical games. You have to download the data off of the card, so the card that is inside of the physical box, so it is physical, but the game is not on the card, and what that means is you have to download it to your system, which means I have to put the Switch next to my router and I have to wait 20 minutes, 30 minutes. Well, I haven't done a game key card, but I assume it takes a little while to download them. When I put a Nintendo Switch cartridge in, like say Mario Kart, it instantly worked. Instantly. I didn't have to wait for anything, I just put it in. I really, really do not enjoy, and again, maybe this is me being hyperbolic, but I hate sitting and having to download it to my system, and then my system fills up so quickly. You can put like 3 games on this, and then you have to delete games and re-download them and wait another 20 minutes. With my ADHD, it doesn't work for my lifestyle. I'm always have to do things. Like I'm in 3 bands. Blisshead, my solo project Hideous FM, and a band called Super Grudge. So I have to make music constantly. I have band practices, I make content, and I also work 40 hours a week. And so me having to download a game, and I know this sounds like super hyperbolic, but sometimes I only get like 20 minutes to play a game. And that could have been me just downloading, because that's what I have to do on my PS5. Even though all the data's on a PS5 disc most of the time, you still have to download it to the system, and it takes legitimate hours. And it's not practical for me. And I don't like it. I don't enjoy it. I'm not happy with it, and it has given me some friction with what I can buy, what I choose to buy on my Nintendo Switch 2. And I really hope it's something that Nintendo can just fix, because the big problem is they don't give out different sizes for the carts right now, and hopefully internally they figure out how to make it less money so they can make different cart sizes so that things can just be on the physical cart, because I just want to pop a game in and play it. I just don't want to download it, and I don't want to have to, because this is the problem that I run into with my computer. My computer, I have just hordes of my own data of me doing Let's Plays and live streams. I record everything and I keep it, right? So I have external hard drives that I have to put all of this tons of data on. So what I'm trying to say is me having computer games on here almost just doesn't work, because I'm making content constantly and I need space on my computer. So having to re-download computer games is an absolute nightmare for me. And again, this might not be a problem for a lot of people, but for me, all the different types of games I want to play and things like that, a game key card just doesn't work for me, and it's something that I can't support morally and just realistically. The game key cards just don't work for me. You go get them, Keegan. Listen to you all heated up and spiced up on the whole situation. Long and short of it, I love my Switch 2. I think it is awesome. I have patience, so I'm okay waiting for more games to come out. I have loved Mario Kart, and I have loved basically everything about it. There's just 1 to 2 big problems. I think the 2 problems are just battery life, which again, I said doesn't really affect me because I don't want to take this anywhere at the moment. That could change, right? So I don't know yet. I might start getting more comfortable with taking this places, and the battery, I might have to bring an external battery charger. You know what I'm talking about? One of those things. I do have one. So I might have to do that. And that does sound like a hassle, because this thing is already big. And now I got to bring a charging bank. That's what I think it's called, a charging power bank. But the biggest thing is game key cards, because it's just literally like, I would be buying more Switch 2 games if they actually were on the cart, and I wouldn't have to deal with the weird digital. I'm just not that guy. So, and I want Persona 3 Reload. And I want Metaphor ReFantazio to come out for the Switch 2, and I'm really scared they're game key cards. I've already played those games, okay, but I want to be able to have like cross-play, and I want to be able to play them on my Switch 2 in bed, I would love to be able to do that, because I love those games, and I can't play them portably at the moment. There's just a lot of desires of portability that I have, and I'm worried that I could not physically buy a game key card. You cannot make me leave the freaking Best Buy or GameStop with a game key card. I can't. I physically will not buy it. Like, you can't make my body do it. It's just against. It's against my nature. It just is. So it does suck that I feel like, and I do buy Nintendo stuff for first party most of the time, but that's not 100% true. So I guess as long as Nintendo's still putting their games on the cart, then I will be using my PS5 for all my third party. And I think that kind of sucks for the Nintendo Switch. Yeah. I mean, less money to Nintendo, and they want money. They like that. They're like, hey, give me some more money. I can't. You freaking give me these gross, empty game keycard things. Freaking don't want anywhere near me. He's still talking about the game keycards. See, I'm mad about these game keycards. Okay, but yeah, I love it. I love the way it feels. I haven't gotten all the accessories. I haven't gotten the camera. I haven't used the chat thing. When me and Maddie, when we are able to afford another Switch 2, we will try the game chat thing, and I've heard it was really nice. But we will definitely use that. So I'm excited to try the Nintendo Discord, Nintendo off-brand Discord thing. Yeah, sorry, my ADHD is now starting to make me ramble. I think I've talked about everything. The kickstand, it's a kickstand. I do use it sometimes. Wow. And the sound quality on this is pretty good. The speakers are they're very loud, which I kind of like. Sometimes I'll blast them just for no reason, just because I'm being obnoxious. I've never had this thing overheat or anything. I don't hear any fan noises. And I like how there's holes in the top and bottom of it for you to charge. So you can stick the USB-C in the top or the bottom, which I enjoy. And yeah, that's about it. I really love my Switch 2, and this is, I don't know, I guess a review and just my impressions and just how I've felt over having it for a month. I feel like it's incredibly worth it for me. I've gotten tons of enjoyment out of it. I guess if I didn't have a PS5, I might be shaking in my boots, because there would be a lot of third-party games that I wouldn't want to buy. So I'm very happy that I have my PS5 as well. So I guess take that with a grain of salt too. That I have access to a PS5, so I feel like, so I have a computer, a PS5, and a Switch 2, so I feel like I have access to any video game that comes out. So I am very privileged and lucky to be in that situation. So if I wasn't in that situation, I only had a Switch 2, I might feel differently. I am unsure, because I am not in that position, so I can't tell you how I'd feel. I can't wait to see if they make some special editions, you know? I like what it looks like. It looks really nice and slick. The blue and the orange on the Joy-Cons, I think it looks nice. It looks really cool. I think the system, it doesn't look like a toy. It looks freaking premium. I don't really care about the looks of it, but yeah, when I put my Switch 1 and that side by side, the Switch 2 really does look like, hey, whoa, I mean, this thing looks nice, man. And I never had a problem with the Switch 1, but yeah, it feels premium, it looks premium, I like it. It plays all my games really well, and I'm super excited for the future. I can't wait to see what kind of crazy, give me the next Animal Crossing, give me the next Zelda, I will lose my mind, and that's why I said, just wait, if you don't want it now, that's okay. There really might be some amazing games coming that blow your mind, and that's kind of what I think we're all laying in wait, like, okay, Nintendo, what's the craziness? Come on, where's that 3D Mario? Like, show us and Donkey Kong Bonanza already looks crazy, and I'm very excited for that, but I think that the possibilities are pretty endless right now for what they can do on this dang thing. And I am happy, and I can't wait. So thank you guys so much for watching. You're all awesome. Leaving a like or a comment or subscribing really helps my channel grow if you're interested. I mostly do Let's Plays here, and today I did a weird rambly I'm talking to the camera video. And I hope you enjoyed yourself, and if you want to, if you want to come say hi again sometime, it would really, it would make my heart warm and fuzzy inside. So I hope you have a wonderful day. Take care of yourself. See you later.